row alongside Catherine Potter, Jared Fox-Whiteley and Cian McLeod, with Ethan Girling and David Mack the top 6. Then we've got Thomas Potter and Lizzie Mentier on row 4. Isabella Stansmore-Wilson and Tom Holden round out your top 10. Leon Barlow and Hudson Barker-Dix on row 6. Sophie Pawsey and Finlay Stubbings row 7. Addison Smith and Reese Penniston on row 8, with Ethan Charles and Alex Fraser on row 9. Sam Robson and Jack Thompson, Harris Alley and Cody Lamb, before we have Lewis Goff and William George Howard. Alex Lynn, Holly Allen and Josh Cooke, who had problems in qualifying, unable to set a lap, so he starts the number 3 from 27th position and will look to make his way through. Was challenging inside the top 10 yesterday. I think he finished the day in 11th, so watch for Josh to bring that number 3 through the pack and try and get in towards the top 10. So front row of Charlie Wyatt on the inside there, Catherine Potter on the outside. Cadets do not take the first chicane and run straight down into the national loop, so the inside line not quite as prominently as going through the chicane, but Charlie Wyatt will obviously be very happy to be on the inside, and the needs to be a weight to go racing. There's an arm up in the middle of the pack. The 77 of Sophie Pawsey looks to have a problem. Looks like we've got an engine stall there, so pleasingly hopefully we can get that one going. Don't want to be stopped in the middle, so great that Sophie had the awareness to get the arm up and notify the marshal. We are away and racing though in our cadet class, and it's a fantastic start from the front row by Catherine Potter in the 20 from second place, and she'll go round the outside and into the lead round the national loop. Looks like Ethan Girling's come through from row 3 as well, and Charlie Wyatt in third place, not happy with his start. Arm in the air for him.
Oh, we've got the 87 off here.
Tom Holden's round and he's in the tyres. Everybody though gets going. Alex Lynn in the 66 has been round as well. Everybody back and facing in the right direction, but the pack split by that incident in the midfield.
Wyatt straight up into second place around South Bank as well, but for the second day in a row we've seen him get a poor start in Heat 1. He was able to still come through from, he dropped back as far back down as 7th yesterday, so not quite got as much work to do today, but I'm sure we'll see him and Catherine Potter go at it now.
Yeah, Charlie Wyatt closing up there as they came over the start-finish line, right on the back of your championship leader, Catherine Potter, who until yesterday hadn't been beaten in the cadet class, had won all the races in the opening 2 rounds. Charlie Wyatt, though, yesterday asserting his daily dominance by putting that number 23 on pole position as Cody Lamb and Lewis Goff come together at the exit of the chicane. Looks like Cody Lamb's engine, though, has stalled, and despite the best efforts of the marshal, the number 93 is wheeled backwards towards the pit entrance. Hopefully he can get that kart started again and out onto the circuit to get some vital laps in aboard that number 93. Our leaders are going to come through and over the line. Catherine Potter still holding firm with Charlie Wyatt right on the bumper of the number 20 as they go through the chicane and around the national loop.
And as we saw again, the universal signal for please don't overtake me, let's work together.
Yeah, very much so.
I'm not sure Charlie's going to abide by that for very long though. He's putting Catherine Potter under some real pressure. Yeah,
the battle for third though is intense with Ethan Girling holding that position. David Mack though coming through the pack and
switching back through to the inside as well.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a spinner on the outside of hairpin 1. That's Jack Thompson, I believe, for number 65, so he's had a spin.
Jared Fox-Whiteley's going to get freight trained. He's going to lose 3 places in 2 corners here, unfortunately. He just got held on the outside around South Bank, and 3 karts came through there.
Yeah, so it's going to be Catherine Potter and Charlie Wyatt the first 2, Ethan Girling, David Mack and Lizzie Mentier in the 50, who by her own standards of recent form had a fairly poor qualifying session down on the 4th row. And 2 podiums in 2 rounds here and a clean sweep at Houghton Parks. He's a driver of the number 50 in great form. Disappointing qualifying for her though, as now she'll look to try and come through the pack and maximise the points. Grid positions for the final, made up of your 3 positions as David Mack makes a late move, a double move in fact, down the inside of Ethan Girling. Girling's going to run that one right the way around the outside.
Brilliant hold from Girling there.
Fantastic by the driver of the number 8.
Managed to hold the speed through and still get the cutback as well to chop the nose off David Mack.
Yeah, it looks like Cody Lamb's got going again. He's well off the back of the pack though, and the leaders in a couple of laps will close up onto the back of that number 93, so we'll see how they fare getting through the traffic.
Potter's put a kart length on Wyatt here. Do you think Wyatt's maybe just biding his time, or do you think Potter's really got the pace to beat him?
Well, the pace is certainly there, but Cody Lamb spins on the outside of hairpin 1. There you can see the number 93 facing the wrong way. He turns that kart round there and starts going. Charlie Wyatt gets a good run out of hairpin 2. Decides though to drop back in. We're half race distance. 4 laps down of the 8 in the first race of the day for our cadet class. This battle, that's wide by Girling, very wide. And David Mack's going to go right round the outside of hairpin 4 and up into the top 3. Lizzie Menti is going to go side by side as well.
Going to have a nibble here, I think. And decides discretion is a better part of valour and tucks back inside.
Yeah, so all the way down to Leon Barlow in 11th place. 3rd to 11th is a nose-to-tail battle of karts. 9 of them battling it out for that 3rd place slot as Lizzie Mentia goes to the inside of Ethan Girling. She'll have to try and hold it all the way around the outside. Will she get the cutback onto the back straight? She can't get to the inside straight away, and Ethan Girling defends to the inside. She takes a late dive down the inside. Girling opened the door. Lizzie Mentia dived to the inside, but we've seen Girling hold the station right round the outside once again. Tom, great move by him.
Yeah, he seems to have a different line to everybody through there, and it's certainly helping him. It looks like he leaves the door open and then quickly closes again, but Lizzie Mentia not taking that, and straight up the inside at hairpin 4.
Yeah, great move by Lizzie Mentia to get the cut back into hairpin 4. The favoured move by many drivers here at Teesside as Charlie Wyatt puts in a personal best to close the gap to Catherine Potter. It was a kart length a couple of laps ago. It's not even that anymore as he gives her a tiny nudge out of the hairpin as this battle for 3rd continues with the bright orange helmet of David Mack in 3rd place. He's come through from starting in 7th. There's Girling once again defends to the inside, this time with Jared Fox-Whiteley.
That might have even been a number plate.
Yeah, and a change for the lead as well.
So Wyatt has gone up the inside at hairpin 3 and taken Potter. So as we thought he might be biding his time, it looked like he was just pushing Catherine along, working together to break that toe of the guys behind, followed by David Mack now in 3rd. And yeah, Charlie's now made the move up the inside.
Yeah, Charlie Wyatt in what is quite possibly his final weekend in cadets before a step up into the 2-stroke class. His height going against him, and he's struggling actually to fit into that kart. And, he will look to make the move up. He goes to the inside. Potter's going to have to go round the outside. She has a look behind her to see if she can, if there's any threat from 3rd. She's got a 2-second cushion though. Back to David Mack.
I'll be interested to see what the lap time of Charlie Wyatt is here. It could well be the fastest lap of the race. He's certainly pulled a 10th or 2 on Catherine here.
So the checkered flag is in the air and Charlie Wyatt crosses the line, arm in the air, and a great win for him. Biding his time until the time was right to get past Catherine Potter on the penultimate lap and wins heat number 1, and will start the 2nd heat from pole position with Potter alongside Mack, Mentia and Fox-Whiteley. And Girling, who ran as high as 3rd in 6th, the Kia McLeod, Thomas Potter, Hudson Barker-Dix and Isabella Stansmore-Wilson rounding out the top 10. There is your race winner once again. That's 5 from 5 for the weekend here at Teesside Karting. Round number 4 of the NRG Cycles Owner Sprint Series. And heat number 1 goes to Charlie Wyatt.
So use this opportunity to give some social shout-outs. So we've got Typhoon is saying go Jared, go Jack Thompson. Carol Britland is saying good luck Charlie Wyatt. Well, he took that good luck and used it well. Typhoon again is saying go Addison Smith, and then Sean Trevor is saying go Catherine Potter. Well, she also did very well in that, finishing just behind Charlie Wyatt. And then we have Maisie Mentier saying go on Lizzie number 50, and Lizzie also having a good heat as well.
Yeah, great start, great race for Lizzie. Disappointing qualifying, but then coming through the pack to finish inside the top 5.
And here she is, just coming over the weighbridge now with the stars on the helmet. Very distinctive, and the fluorescent yellow Lizzie on the helmet.
Yeah, as always, do get in touch with us here in the commentary box, either via the live comment section on YouTube or the comment section on the Teesside Karting Facebook page. So as our final few drivers from Cadets come over the weighbridge, Junior Road Tax will be out next, and it was a 77 of Jude Cole who put that one on pole position. And now